Hey, what's up there, guys? It's the Krusty Prawn casting a 1 versus 1 of Starcraft 2, and this will be a Zerg versus Terran matchup. And as you can see from the nameplates, EmpireKas versus Dimaga, with Dimaga spawning as the red Zerg on the bottom left of the map, and EmpireKas spawning as the blue Terran on the top left of the map, should I say? Yeah, that's top left. More than little top center. It's shifted over to the left a little bit, so yep, top left is EmpireKas. And as we can see, he's already thrown down his spawning depot. And before the game gets going, guys, it is No Shave November. So for all you beard growers out there, just go shave your beard right now and grow it the whole length of November. I would be joining you guys if I could actually grow a beard, but I have difficulty doing so. But I have shaved, and whatever grows will grow. But I'm hoping to grow a beard pretty soon, you know. Been waiting for it my whole life. All my friends have one but me, and I'm kind of sad at that. I don't know, guys, I'm just a beard type of guy. And as we can see already, getting into the game, Dimaga is at 16 supply with no expansion or spawning pool, but he does just get one up at that 16 supply mark. And right now it's 15 harvesters to 14, so pretty even. And as we take a little peek into EmpireKas' base, he does have his refinery up as well as a barracks almost complete in 3, 2, 1, 0. There we go. His barracks is up, building a marine out of that little production facility that we call barracks is. And he's going to be sending that SCV to go scout. And Empire does have his overlord scouting across the map with a nice little shift movement location type thing going on there. And as we check his expansion, almost halfway done, or a little bit over halfway done, and he does have his spawning pool underway as well as an extractor, so I believe we'll be seeing some early speedlings on the map, which should be a fun sight to see. And I forget who it was. I have a feeling it was Dimaga. I think he tried a quick lair tech into speed banelings, and he made about like 30 banelings, and he tried to bust up the Terran ramp, and he was actually quite successful. But it turned out not to win that game. I'm not quite sure if that was Dimaga, so sorry if I'm wrong, but I wonder if that's what he's going to be going this game. And his hatchery is finally up at his expansion. I'm sure I'll be transferring drones very shortly. He is getting queens at both expansions right now. And I just want to check the unit count right now. 18 drones to 18 SCVs, but that Terran player does have a mule. And he also has 2 marines out on the map. And it does look like a factory just finishing for EmpireKas as well as a reactor. So I'm sure I'll swap those out and start producing some Hellions. And as we can see, he is also throwing down that expansion of his command center. And he does get that factory down onto that reactor, and he is building some Hellions now. Hopefully he'll be able to do some good harassment out of that. Doesn't look like Dimaga has too much to defend from that right now. He just has 2 queens as well as a roach warren going down. So hopefully if he gets some roaches out onto the map, he'll be able to defend that easily. And as we can see, a nice little queen blocking that ramp for now, and there isn't too much action going on. 2 Hellions are finally coming out of that factory, and EmpireKas will be scouting out across the map, getting some map control with those 2 Hellions. And as of now, it looks like he'll continue to produce those Hellions, and he does get a tech lab added onto that barracks, so probably a quick combat shield or stim pack upgrade coming from him. And he hasn't started any of those yet, so we'll see what he's going to be doing. And it looks like these Hellions are going to be going into the base of Dimaga. We'll just follow these for a second. Going to be microing away from that queen and trying to kill it. And he decides to back out of there for now and wait for more Hellions to reinforce, which are coming right now. So it will be 4 Hellions. And it looks like Dimaga is going to be well prepared for this. He already has a bunch of roaches out on the map. That is probably why EmpireKas decided to back out of there. That is a lot of roaches, and he's also over the supply cap right now, and he's going to be able to pick off some Hellions unless they get away. He's able to snipe off 1 Hellion right there, and these 3 Hellions are scared out of their pants. They're going to be running away from those roaches, and what is EmpireKas' response? Building a bunker, and he only has 5 marines right now, and there will be a tank out in time. Is there any siege tank technology? No, there's not. But at least there will be that tank and the Marines as well as the bunker. And he's opting to lift up the orbital command center right here. And the Roaches might have a good chance of pushing up this ramp. We'll see what type of damage Dimaga can do. He's going to be focusing down that tank, I believe. Nope, he's going to be focusing down that supply depot. And he's going to run his Roaches in right into the map. EmpireKas is pulling off of his, pulling out his SCVs. Pulling out. And anyways, he's continuing to build Marines, tanks, and everything. There's 2 tanks on the map as well as several Marines, I believe. And the SCVs are being taken off. And it looks like EmpireKas will be able to defend this, but at what cost? As we go to the workers killed tab, 13 workers killed for Dimaga. Or no, EmpireKas lost those 13 workers. And as we can go to the units tab right now, it is 37 drones to 15 SCVs. So Dimaga has a big lead over EmpireKas right now. And we'll have to see what Empire decides to do. As we can see, Dimaga is getting another hatchery down at his 3rd expansion. And taking a little peek into Dimaga's base, he does have his lair tech up. Nice for him, and is finally getting that Zergling speed, and it looks like he's done with Roaches 4 now, and he's going into his traditional Speedling Infestor build, I believe. That's mostly what Dimaga does, and can't blame him. Speedling Infestor is great against Terran, and it looks like EmpireKas will be pushing out across the map, and he's going to have to do some damage here to get back into the game. He does have 2 Hellions scouting out before his army, very quickly trying to pick off that Zerglings, and they do so successfully, and that poor thing dies, roasting away. And anyways, EmpireKas is getting closer and closer to Dimaga's base. He only has several Roaches and a lot of Lings, and I think he should be successful holding off EmpireKas' attack, especially with no siege tank technology. So Empire is just going to try to do as much damage as he can, but it looks like Dimaga's army is going to overwhelm him, and EmpireKas is trying to micro away. The Marines are doing some good damage as well as the tanks. He's doing a good job keeping those alive, and it looks like Dimaga is just trying to pick off all the Marines. And siege tank technology is finally done, sieging up all those tanks. And it looks like EmpireKas is going to be able to do some great damage here, maybe pick off the expansion as well as a few drones. But 9 Roaches and 16 Zerglings are on the way for Dimaga. Hopefully those come out soon enough so that he can defend from this. And I'm sure he will. As we take a little peek into EmpireKas' base, he's just continuing to reinforce that army with a few amount of Marines at a time. And Dimaga decides to attack right now, picking up a tank right there. All of the Marines are going down. It looks like Dimaga will be able to defend from this attack from EmpireKas. The last tank is down now, so Dimaga was able to defend that, but and he didn't lose any workers there. Just a few army units were lost from Dimaga, and it looks like he's going to be pushing out across the map now, doing a little counterattack. Dimaga doesn't have much in response, just several Marines once again, as well as a tank and a bunker going up, but Dimaga's going to get there in time, take out that bunker, and he's going to be able to do a lot of damage, it looks like, right now. He's bringing in his Roaches, picking off an SCV right there. Tank is going into siege mode. The Mules are trying to get away, loses one there. And it doesn't look like he's going to lift this command center, but doing as much damage as he can, denying some mining. Dimaga is doing a pretty good job this game of just harassing his enemy. And it looks like more Roaches are here to reinforce. It's unfortunate that they were a little bit too late, but nonetheless, no big of a deal. He's going to be able to pick off a few more SCVs as well as Marines, and he's also producing a lot of drones right now. As we go to the units tab, it is 48 drones to 30 SCVs, so he still has a big lead. And the Roaches are just going to sit back here and deny mining, but it looks like another tank is out, and EmpireKas is going to be able to secure his base. And these Roaches might get caught. Nope, the Marines decide not to take them on. Actually, yes, they do. The Roaches are going to be attacking, maybe overextending just a little bit, but they are just defending themselves, and they're just going to park their butts right on top of this ramp. And it looks like the 3rd base is in full mining right now, and the 2 extractors are almost complete. So it's going to be 3 base to 2 base, as well as a worker count ahead of EmpireKas, and it looks like Kas is going to try to push out here. These Roaches are forced to move back and retreat, and as we can see, a Spire is almost built, as well as a macro hatchery, and the Spire is about 3/4 of the way done, and EmpireKas is thinking about moving up, but is a little hesitant. He's going towards Dimaga's base now with a nice little SCV, possibly building a bunker or whatever. And Overseer spews down a little changeling, which is a marine, so Dimaga's going to be able to get good vision of what EmpireKas will be doing. And as we can see, lots of Zerglings, but not much else. And it looks like Dimaga might have a little bit of trouble holding this little push off from Kos, especially with this bunker down. But 20 Zerglings in production, as well as 7 mutas. Dimaga's army macro is kicking in finally. And once those hatch, he will have great ease dealing with Kos's push. And as we just take a little view into the Terran's base, still just producing off of 1 factory as well as 3 barracks. And I'm going to have to say, if Kos can pull this off, then darn it, he is a good Terran player, as it would be very hard to pull that off in his position. He does get that first bunker done, and a second one is going up, and he's going to be shelling away at this extractor when he gains vision. And it looks like these mutas are picking off all the reinforcements. Good for Dimaga, getting a few marines as well as almost a tank, but some marines are there to reinforce it, so he's just going to move up across the map and pick off the other reinforcements. And at the same time, it just looks like EmpireKas is camping out over here, which I don't know if that's the right thing to do, as Dimaga can just keep on building up his army and do as much damage as he can. It looks like Kos is going to try to push up the ramp, which he might be successful at, so Dimaga looks like he might be forced to attack very soon, but luckily the mutas are here to defend that base for now, picking off a tank and getting out of there, losing a couple or a few mutas now, and losing all of them actually to the marines. A little miss micro there, but hopefully these Zerglings can clean it up, which it looks like they're able to do, and he decides to attack with all of his army, picking off all the tanks. And it looks like Dimaga successfully defended that little camping area that Kos had. And I don't know what else Kos can do. It's still on 2 base with no mining out of his other Vespene geysers that he has available, and this base is almost mined out. And as we can see at the top of the map, Dimaga gearing up for an attack, sending in his mutas, doing a lot of harassment, maybe picking off SCVs he's going for instead of the Tech Lab and Reactor. So he's going to be able to pick off a lot more workers right now. So we go to the workers tab. Why isn't it showing up? I don't know, but it does look like Dimaga is going in for an attack right now. Kos pulling off of all of his SCVs, and finally GG's out of the game. Dimaga winning the game right there. And I just don't think there was too much Kos could do after that first Roach push. But nonetheless, Dimaga won. And if you guys want to check out more videos, just look into my channel. I have quite a few commentaries in my channel now. And have a great day, guys.